YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XLR8, coming at you with the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we do a different deck every single day. Today, looking at a fan request for a Rock Wall deck, which is basically the concept of that is, high defense rock monsters, sit on them for a bit, and then switch their attack and defense for, big comeback sort of thing. And we're going to be doing plenty of that. We got ourselves some high defensive monsters, of course. But I'm also combining them with some Adamatia for a bit of versatility and such. We got Block Dragon, we've got Lost Guardian, and we're going to have ourselves a good old fun time with this deck, just doing all sorts of rock-based things. And so we're going to have ourselves that good time. I've got a big shout-out for Mr. Libra October, who suggested today's deck. And, okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves started. I'm going to show you off this deck, show you the combos, and we'll have ourselves a good time. Let's get started. Alrighty, our first opponent, trying to go first as often as possible. We'll let our opponent pick this time, though, so we'll see how it goes. Just like to see a lot of rocks. This deck's all about setting up rock walls and stuff. That's what Mr. October wanted, so, it's more of a defensive-minded deck, but of course, Adamatia gotta be in here. I mean, come on, man. They make rocks so much better. And, alright, we got ourselves a Block Dragon, Adamantia Sign, very nice. I can work with this. I can work with this just fine. I mean, I would have liked going first, of course, but this will be fine. I got good old Block Dragon, banish 3 Earth monsters from hand or grave, and, it prevents your rocks from being destroyed by anything but the battle. So, it's nice and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and summon Go-Go-Go Giant. He's mostly a recovery thing, Go-Go-Go Giant, because I got Gygus in here. Good for some good rank 4 plays. So, my opponent, Solemn Johnson. Well, good thing I have Adamatia signed to bring him right back. Thanks for spamming half your life points on nothing, my friend. I don't know why he thought that was important to do, but we'll find out eventually, maybe. Let's go for Adamantia Researcher, put her in defense. Also, Researcher has 2100 defense. She perfectly fits with our strategy. Like I said, we're all about setting up that defense and going for that offense. Let's see. Let me think about that. Doki Doki. I want to go Doki Doki on this one. I'll put these there. Yeah, the basic idea is just, we're going for our defense. We're going to switch with Shield and Sword and all that. We got to poke at our opponent a little bit, though. Got to do a little bit of poking there, It's kind of important. So, and then eventually we try to banish our monsters in the grave using things like Block Dragon, of course. And, eventually we got Lost Guardian, which, has defense equal to the banished number of monsters times 700. So, let's go ahead and bounce everything he had. Very good. And this ought to be game. What can I say? He played Solemn at a really weird time. I don't know why, but he did. So, there's our first win. I know that had nothing to do with being defensive or switching things, but Block Dragon has more defense than offense, so I'm counting that. So let's go ahead and say we beat whatever the heck this was rather easily. So let's go ahead and do duel number 2. See if we can show off more of the attack defense flippy mechanic. Alright, here's our second opponent. Let's try to be a little more defensive this time. Because the whole idea of this deck is to set things in defense and switch them with, the Shield and Sword and stuff. I mean, granted, that's the thing. Like, a defensive deck like that, the only way it really works nowadays is if you, set up a whole bunch of things and then you hit your opponent with, skill drain and stuff. But I didn't want to do that. I mean, any deck can win like that. I wanted to win off the merit of my monsters have big old defense. And, okay, we're up against hires. Okay. Not necessarily a good thing for us. I mean, granted, I don't think he has the best start-em-up hand. I mean, he's got Danger. Danger for hire. Interesting. Interesting indeed. And good old Tsuchinoko's still alive somehow. Good old Tsuchinoko, still alive at 1. Alright, so you're going to go for Saryuja, right? I'm going to go off on a limb and say there's going to be a Saryuja here on the board in any second now. I mean, he could also make Appaloosa, I suppose. But if I top deck, Impermanence, Appaloosa... Oh, pardon me. Yeah, Appaloosa would be dead. No, he's just going for full go. Okay, good old foul go. Probably going to make Rafael, if I'm not mistaken. That's usually the thing, Rafael. Because that gives him a monster effect negation by, what was it again? Discarding one of his for hire cards. Alrighty. And what did he... Okay, he got the trap that I don't remember what this does. But for hire is destroyed, target one of those monsters, summoning for hire from deck with levels lower than that monster's. Okie then. So that's what it's up to. Alrighty. Double block dragon. Alright, let's first attempt Analyzer. We'll see if that even works against Mr. Raphael here. Okay, so for hire thingy, going there. Let's go ahead and bring out Analyzer here. Use his effects. Try and excavate a few more cards. That would certainly be nice if we could excavate just a couple cards. We'll see. He probably thinks right now, oh, this is Adamatia. I know how to deal with those. It's not Adamatia. I just have certain things like them. And hey, we actually excavate in the blue one. I didn't even mention it. We only have one of this. I only have one of each of these dudes. Yes, go ahead, draw another card. Why not? Might as well. Hey, Doki Doki. Sweet. Alright, let's kind of... We're doing the same thing as before, pretty much, right now. Freaking Dragite. Where's my... Oh, I got Inverse Universe. I will use that eventually. Let's first use Dragite's effect. Let's see. Arrgh. But it still goes off. So I get to bounce 3 cards. You, and you. Get out of here. Alright. Well, he stopped Dragite, but that's fine. No, I don't need to do that. Let's go ahead for Block Dragon. Graveyard. Hand number 2. I like my Mega Rock Dragons, don't get me wrong, but I need this right now. So let's go ahead and set this. And I would use Leonite on Doki Doki, but that doesn't work that way. So I'll set Leonite. Just because I don't want him to know about this yet. Inverse Universe. Switches the attack and defense of all face-up monsters. And I just got Magic Cylindered in 2020. Beautiful. Alright, that's fine. What does this do again? Place this card on top of the deck. Don't need to do that right now. Maybe later. Maybe later if we need it. I mean, we'll only play the one Dragite. I might get Dragite back later, but we'll see how it goes. Bigfoot. I see. Luckily, Block Dragon, he makes it so rocks can only be destroyed by battle. Even if he had discarded this, it would have been fine. Alright, Mayhem for hire. He's going to bring back Seal, probably, so he can bring out Raphael in his hand. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. He's like, I want my Seal back, because then he can bring back Raphael, who's at 2,800 bones. 2,000 bones. Did I say 2,000? Yeah. That's not much. That's less than he actually has. No, we're good. We are good at the moment. I mean, what has he got? Reinforcement of the army? That is a good card for him. That is true. And he got back Dagna, I believe his name is. Okay. Still not ready to do anything yet. I want to see what he's up to. Sadly, this doesn't work on the links, but it's not important. What's important is it works on Block Dragon. Alright, Mr. Fur Hire Boy. And he's got yet another For Hire in his hand. Dang, he just has another For Hire. Oh, wait, he got it back. What am I talking about? Alright, so now Beat searches him on, and what do you do again? Banish cards in my grave, you say. I mean, that's fine. I actually want my stuff banished. That way it boosts my Lost Guardian later. It's kind of the whole idea of this deck, so I'm fine with that. He's basically doing my work for me. Essentially. Alright, so... the big question is, what is he going to go for after all this? You know, if he's going to go for Appaloosa, or are you just going to attack me? What is the thing? What are you guys doing? What you doing? Alright. Let's see. Probably what's going to happen is he's going to take Bigfoot, try to beat into Block Dragon, and then he'll try to, negate me. Or he'll just go for Dingirzu and ruin my day. Well, I might as well play this now. Just switch everyone's attack and defense points. Yeah. And even if he does get rid of Block Dragon, though, obviously I'm going to get some cards. Because basically when Block Dragon leaves, I can get up to 3 rocks whose levels equal 8. So I'm probably going to get, I don't know, Analyzer and a Lost Guardian, something like that. Something that'll let me do more stuff. And he was getting rid of Inverse Universe. Okay, that's fine. I mean, Block Dragon's at 3,000 now, so I'm all good with that. None of his monsters can beat over Leonite now. Granted, I wanted this in attack mode when I did that, but what can you do? Freaking Dingirzu. Freaking Folgo. I mean, okay, so he's got Folgo. Who can he bring out off of that? He can bring out quite a few things. He can bring out Batman if he wanted to. Not that, for hires have a Batman, but I don't know. Folgo's almost Batman? Question mark? Alright, Philo. And then target a monster in the grave. Special summon defense mode, okay. Target a set card, destroy it. He's trying to get rid of Leonite. That's not good. I like Leonite. I like this guy. Why you do that to poor Leonite? He did not deserve. He did not deserve that. Okay. Now, he's doing a whole lot of stuff, but he still has to get around Block Dragon. Block Dragon's still here on the board. You know, he can't get rid of it except by the battle. Or by non-targeted stuff, obviously, but... Okay. You trying to pop your own cards? Because you can't. You can only pop my cards, and I have none. That's not how Thunderbird works, my friend. Not quite. Not quite, not quite. Okay, now he's going for Cerberus, which he doesn't have anything to discard for. Are you going for Avramux? Perhaps. Possible. It's possible. Boral Sword... Okay, there you go. Now he's got something that's not so good for me. I mean, granted, now I'll take... Well, he can attack twice. So unfortunately, this is going to be game. Gosh darn it, man. I had things set up perfect, but he just kept doing stuff, and I didn't have an impermanence. If I'd only had one impermanence, this would not be happening, but what can you do? Regardless, I'm going to add my boy, and I'm going to add my son. My boy and my son. This guy here, he would have had 3,500 defense points if he could have hit the board. But unfortunately, we're getting hit for higher damage, so... Sad to say, our defense was not high enough. Let's go for duel number 3 and try to set up a bigger wall. Alrighty, our third opponent. I can't win rock, paper, scissors tonight. I don't know what it is, but I cannot win the rock, paper, or the scissors. Just gonna sit with Mr. Johnson here and just see what our opponent does. He knows something. You can see it in his eyes. We are going first, which is nice. I do appreciate going first. I see some things I'd like to discard. Got Go Giant. Starting to wish I'd actually bothered running Bagooska. If you're wondering why Bagooska's not in here, being the perfect defense wall it is, well, it's mostly because he's not a rock, but I guess I probably should have thrown him in here anyway. Regardless, we're up against a 50-something card deck. Making him draw probably not the smartest move, but... What can you do? Oh, he's going first. I thought I was going... Oh, wait, no, he is. I am going first. I think. Yes, I am. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and immediately start up with Hand of Destruction. Ditch these two. I don't need them right now. I do not need them right now. Thank you very much. So, now my opponent has to discard 2 cards. Hopefully he does not want to discard things. No, he did. Okay, he can't do it right now. Good. Good. Alright. Yeah, let's go for Doki Doki. Doki Doki Smoky. Ditch Labyrinth Wall. Get Guardian Sphinx. Put him face down. If you're wondering what this dude does, is when he's flip summoned, I can bounce all of my opponent's stuff. It's pretty neat. And we're good. You know? It's not the greatest start, but it's something. I've set things up for next turn. So I've got Go Giant. When he's summoned, I can bring back my Gygus from the grave and do stuff with it. Dragon's Ravine. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that at all. Not gonna lie, I don't like it. This is a Gandora deck. Oh boy. He's going for OTKs out the wazoo. I've seen Gandora decks before. They are nasty. If he can get the combo off. Unfortunately, I didn't draw my negates. Okay, and he's got a Orochi. Okay. Interesting indeed. I mean, he can just beat over Sphinx, sadly, but he probably won't. He'll probably go after Doki Doki first if this is all he's got. You know, because while he can, you know, he might be slightly worried about this, but he's probably not. Because, you know, while I can bounce this, he can just straight up summon it back from his hand. We'll see. We will see indeed. Ah, no, he's got the Eater of Millions. I hate that guy. He's an annoying dude. Alright, well, rip my entire field, why don't you, dude? Rip my entire bloody field. All I'm trying to do is play with some rooks. You played with a rook before, haven't you? Kid Moto Dragon. This card sent to the grave. Summon a dragon from the hand. Dragonic Tactics. I've not seen that card in many moons. Many, many moons. I have seen Felgram, though. Yeah, this is a really old card. Not the greatest support for dragons, but I guess it technically works. Ah, okay. So he's got some other dragon in his hand. Kid Moto Dragon. Yeah, it's only from your hand, my dude. I think you thought he could bring it from his graveyard. I think he might have misread. It clearly says hand, though. Alright, well, unfortunately, my boy is banished. And so is my Sphinxy boy. Such is the way of life. Alright. Luckily, I've got Adamatia's sign. I can just bring back one of my rock monsters. I can bring back Sphinx if I wanted to. We'll see. We'll see, indeed, what we want to do. I kind of wish I had a lot less life points so I could go for Prime, even though it'd be a kind of a silly move. Just a wee bit of a silly move there, lads. Alright, Castlegate. Not gonna lie, didn't want to see you right now. Did not want. But I've got my giant here. He's gonna be summoning back Gigan. And let's go ahead and make Granite Loyalist. I gotta try and get more stuff going. So what this dude does is I can add a rock or summon a rock. So I'm going to go ahead and add a rock. Going to go ahead and add... Where did she go? Could go for Block Dragon, but not in this situation. Let's go for Researcher. I'd rather go for Researcher right now. I wish Doki Doki wasn't banished. Then I could potentially make Dragon off of this. But unfortunately... Well, maybe if I get another Doki Doki. No, no, no. A whole lot of nothing. Good job, Researcher. You blew it. Okay, it's not your fault, I know. Adamatia sign. Let's go ahead and get... Oh, if only you guys were... Wait. Yeah, I've already done my normal summon, so no, not that. Let's just go for Lost Guardian. A number of Rock Guardian. Alright, let's see here. Adamatia card or summon a rock. I'd rather summon a rock and hope to get my other tuner. So let's go for Raptite. Use Raptite's effect. Excavate some more. 1, 2. Okay, there's my other tuner. There's my other tuner. I like that. I'm just really hoping if I can get one more rock, I can turn this around. I can bounce both of these. Granted, he can bring them both back, but at that point, I will have done lots of damage. Doesn't really matter, but I'm going to get Raptite, I suppose. Because when he special summon, I can put a rock from my hand or grave on top of my deck. So, why not? Might as well. Don't have a reason not to do that. Let's see. Put Researcher back on top of the deck. So I have it. I think that's a good idea. Okay. Let's go for good old Dragite. And do the thing we do all over again. 1, 2. Okay, all of his monsters are bounced. Very nice. Bounce, bounce, and for no reason bounce. Very good. And put those back, whatever, doesn't matter. What's in my grave I can activate? I don't want to do that. Okay. Okay. Good. Very good. Let's go ahead and do the battle phase shuffle. I probably should have attacked with the other two first, but it's fine. It's fine and dandy. Let's just attack with everything. He'll probably summon Gizmek now because I was a foolish fool. But no, not yet. Maybe he'll attack, or maybe he'll summon it now. Probably. Because he should be able to summon it from his hand right now, or maybe he can't. Maybe it's not on my turn. Who knows? Let's see. No, we're good. I think we're good for now. It all depends if Granite survives. If Granite survives, I should be fine. I mean, granted, he's got that. And I could banish a card in his graveyard. Let's go ahead and do that. What does he have in his graveyard? Banish this just in case he tries to summon it back. I don't want him bringing this back and doing stuff with it. That would not be fun. So yeah, he's got Dragon's Ravine. I probably shouldn't have just banished whatever he sent, but it's fine. So he's going to ditch a Ravine and send, what, another Dragon Lord? Another dang old Dragon Lord? Is that what you're up to? No, another Gandora. Okay. Fascinating. Another Orochi coming up on the board. Another dang old Orochi. Level 5 or lower monster, inflict damage. Yeah. Equal to that monster's original. Okay, so what we can do. This is a crazy plan, by the way. Completely insane. I just need this guy to live. He can kill these two. I need this guy to live. If this guy lives, I can win this duel. Potentially. Actually, not even potentially. Absolutely, we can win this duel. Because basically what this Castle Gate does is I can tribute a low-level monster to burn my opponent, and never mind, my opponent made Cerberus for some reason. I don't know why, but he did. Okay, you're gonna kill Dragite? That's fine, dude. I don't know why you did that. Why did you do that? I have no idea. Because my opponent surrendered. Okay, well, basically, yeah, but basically what I was trying to say is if those two died, I just use Granite to get my Researcher, and then I summon her out, tribute this for this, and then tribute my Researcher to burn my opponent. So, there's a win against whatever Gandora deck this was. So, yeah, so far passive aggressiveness is working more than just sitting there on a wall. But let's go for one more duel and see if I can finally flip some darn stats on my opponent. Alrighty, our final opponent against a gentleman called Elijah. It's been an interesting day. It's a thing with rocks. You know, it's a thing with rocks. Nowadays with Adamatia, they're supposed to be fast-paced and all that. But I was asked to play a defensive deck, and so far it's been alright. I'm doing a lot more offensive plays. It's kind of in my nature nowadays. I play a lot more offensively. Unless I'm playing Karibos, in which case I'm playing 1 turn of defense, 99 turns of offense. Yeah, of course. Decent enough hand. I've got Raptite and Researcher and Shield and Sword. Very nice. Let's go ahead and summon a Raptite. Good old Raptite. Yeah. That's the thing. I would have really liked, you know, if my... Okay. What? Yeah, what I was trying to say is I'd really like it if I could just do that switcheroo on my opponent. I know I can do it whenever I want. I'm just saying, there has to be a certain situation where we have a bunch of defensive monsters, and then we play this. Okay. I can still do this, my dude. I can still do Raptite. I hope you are aware of this. I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. What can I say? Summon a rock. Why not? Let's summon Stone Statue of the Aztecs. He's a big boy in defense mode. And I don't need to do that. And we're good. Dang old good. If my opponent tries to put something in the grave, well, I can banish it with Raptite, because I have the Wind One in the graveyard. Alright, so now we're going to find out exactly what sort of deck this is. Obviously, it's one that likes to... Oh, it's Junk Synchron, I see. I see what you're up to. Okay. Well, luckily, Raptite is poisoned to his strategy, because he's going to be trying to send something to the grave and revive it with that dude. And then I'm going to be like, banish. It's kind of what I do. So yeah, he's going to be like that, and I'm going to be like, no. It's not how that works, young man. You do not get that card. No. Not in my house. Alrighty, I think I'm actually going to be able to do it, man. I think we're actually going to shield and sword my opponent. And I am fine with that. Yep, okay, good. He did not I was about to say, if he surrendered right there, I am filled with sadness. I was right about to do it, too. I was going to summon Gygus and then shield and sword, but... Gosh darn it! Alright. Well, that's rather unfortunate, and unfortunately I'm out of time. I got other decks I gotta work on, so... I guess I just got to call that a day. Well, folks, today's deck was a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we got some good duels, and we did win a bunch, but I never got to do all the things I wanted to do. It was just a weird day where just nothing really worked for us. I mean, my Adamatias worked fine, they work, but I really wanted to sit on walls and just let my opponent bounce off those walls. I guess I should have played a little trollier with, like, skill drain and stuff, but... honestly, that's just not what I wanted to do today, because, like I said, you get skill drain and all that with any deck. It doesn't have to just be go-goes and block dragons and stuff, so... regardless, I hope you took something out of this. I hope you enjoyed it to some degree. Smash like if you did. And tomorrow we're playing Go First Cyber Dragons. And we're going to be having ourselves some fun time with that. So, Memphis, will see you then. Take care till next time. Your boy is signing out. Until next time.